I'm 76 years old, and I've been awake since before dawn most mornings lately. Not because I have somewhere to be, just because my mind doesn't let me sleep the way it used to. When it's quiet like that, I finally hear the things I drowned out for most of my life. I used to think silence was wasted time. Now it's where everything catches up. I'm not telling this because I want to be understood, or forgiven, or remembered a certain way. I don't have much use for that anymore. I'm telling it because I know how easy it is to live a whole life without noticing what's slipping through your hands, and because I know how permanent that becomes. At 76, I finally understand why success never made me whole. For most of my life, I would have told you I was doing fine. Better than fine, actually. I had a career people respected, a house that was paid off, a name that carried some weight in certain rooms. When people asked how I was doing, I didn't have to lie. On paper, everything worked. I believed in earning your place, in being dependable, in showing up early and staying late. I believed that if you handled your responsibilities, the rest of life would fall into place around that. Love, meaning, peace. I thought those things came as rewards, like bonuses for good behavior. No one told me they don't. In my 20s, I was tired all the time, but proud of it. That kind of tired felt important. I had a job that demanded more than it paid, but it promised a future. That was the word that kept me going. Future. Everything I put off was stored there. Rest, connection, joy. I treated the future like a savings account I could withdraw from later. I wasn't reckless, I wasn't cruel, I didn't abandon anyone outright. That's what makes this harder to explain. The damage didn't come from one terrible decision. It came from thousands of small ones that all pointed in the same direction. Work first. I'll call tomorrow, next weekend, after this project, after things settle down. Things never settled down. I remember eating dinner at my desk more times than I can count. Cold food, paperwork spread out like it mattered more than anything else. I remember my wife going to bed without me, not angry, just used to it. That might have been the worst part. Not the fights, but the quiet acceptance. We didn't argue much. I took that as a sign we were doing well. I see now it was a sign we had stopped reaching for each other. When the kids were young, I told myself they wouldn't remember the nights I missed, that they'd remember stability, that providing was a kind of love they'd understand later. I said that out loud more than once. It sounded responsible. It sounded right. But children don't measure love in stability. They measure it in presence. I missed school plays. I missed long conversations at the dinner table. I missed the age when they still wanted to tell me everything. I didn't mean to. I really didn't. I thought I was building something for them. I didn't realize I was building it instead of being with them. By the time I noticed the distance, it felt rude to comment on it. They were older, busy. I told myself that was normal, another thing to address later. Later kept moving. In my 40s, the success started to look real. Promotions, recognition, people asking for my opinion. I liked being needed. I liked being the one who had answers. At home, things were quieter. At work, I mattered. I didn't say that out loud, but I felt it. I can see now how dangerous that was, how easily I confused being useful with being valued, how I let one replace the other. There were moments when something inside me tried to speak up, sitting alone in a hotel room, staring at the television without watching it, driving home late and feeling a strange dread as I pulled into the driveway.
Not because I didn't want to be home, but because I didn't know how to be present once I was there. I ignored that feeling. I told myself it was stress, that everyone felt that way, that this was the price of a good life. The cost didn't arrive all at once. It leaked in slowly. A marriage that became polite instead of intimate. Children who stopped calling just to talk. Friends whose lives continued without me because I was always swamped. I didn't lose people in dramatic ways. I just became less central to them. At the time, I framed it as adulthood. It wasn't until my late 50s that the cracks became harder to ignore. My wife and I sat across from each other one night, both tired, both careful. She said she felt lonely, not abandoned, not unloved, lonely. I didn't know how to respond to that. I wanted to fix it, schedule something, plan a trip, do better. I didn't yet understand that what she was asking for couldn't be solved with effort alone. It required presence I hadn't practiced. We tried, or maybe we tried too late. I'm still not sure. What I know is that by the time I slowed down enough to really see her, she was already learning how to live without me. Not leaving, exactly, just no longer waiting. That's a quiet kind of heartbreak, one that doesn't announce itself. The real turning point came in my early 70s. Retirement had already stripped away the structure I'd hidden inside for decades. Without meetings and deadlines, the days stretched long and unshaped. I thought I'd enjoy that. I thought freedom would feel like relief. Instead, it felt like standing in a room after everyone has left. Then came the phone call. A diagnosis. Not mine. Hers. Sudden, but not dramatic. No movie moments, just information delivered calmly, efficiently, with sympathy that felt rehearsed. Illness has a way of rearranging your priorities whether you agree to it or not. I was there more then. I sat beside her. I listened. I did the things I'd told myself I'd do someday. I thought maybe this was the moment where everything came back together. But time doesn't rewind. It only narrows. She died 2 years later. Quietly, in the early morning. I was holding her hand. I want you to know that. I was there in the end. But being there in the end doesn't erase being absent in the middle. After the funeral, people told me I was strong, that we had a good life. I nodded because it was easier to explain the mix of gratitude and regret I was carrying. It's possible to have both. That's something I didn't understand when I was younger. Success gave me many things: comfort, security, a sense of accomplishment. It did not give me closeness. It did not give me peace. What can't be fixed now is not the career. That ended exactly as it was supposed to. What can't be fixed are the conversations that never happened. The afternoons I chose productivity over presence. The belief that there would always be more time to say what mattered. There isn't. My children are grown. They're kind. They visit. We talk. But there's a layer we never built. And at this age, you don't build it from scratch. You learn to live with what exists. Some nights I sit in the living room and think about how quiet it is. Not the peaceful kind. The empty kind. The anger that asks questions you can't answer anymore. If you're listening to this and you're younger than I am, I don't want to tell you what to do. I don't believe life works that way. But I want you to understand something I didn't. Success is not a substitute for attention. Achievement doesn't hold your hand when you're afraid. Titles don't remember your stories. Being busy feels meaningful, but it can hollow you out if you let it replace being present. I thought I was building a life. In many ways, I was. I just didn't notice what I was building it out of. If there's someone in your life who keeps waiting for you, don't make a habit of that. Waiting turns into distance faster than you think. If there's a conversation you keep postponing because it feels uncomfortable or inconvenient, understand that comfort is not the same as safety. Sometimes it's just avoidance wearing a nicer name. I'm not saying abandon your responsibilities. I believed in responsibility my whole life, and I still do. I'm saying don't confuse responsibility with love. They overlap, but they are not the same thing. Now, my days are slower. I water the plants. I read the same books again. I look through old photographs and notice who's missing. I make peace where I can. Some things don't make peace back. I don't have much time left. That's not a complaint. It's just a fact. I use it differently now, more carefully, more honestly. If this meant something to you, sit with it for a moment. You don't have to change your life overnight. Just notice where your attention goes. Notice who gets what's left of you. I spent most of my life believing wholeness would arrive once everything was in place. I see now that it doesn't arrive.
It's something you practice quietly every day with the people who are still there. I wish I had known that sooner. This is me at 76, finally saying it out loud.